This account clearly indicates the importance of the iron atom. It is clear that this fact could not have been known in the 7th century, when the Quran was revealed. Nevertheless, this fact is related in the Quran, the Word of God, who encompasses all things in his infinite knowledge. In addition, the 25th verse of Surat al-Hadid, which refers to iron, includes 2 mathematical codes. Surat al-Hadid is the 57th surah in the Quran. The numerical value of the word al-Hadid in Arabic, in other words, its abjad, is the same number, 57. The numerical value of the word hadid alone is 26, and 26 is the atomic number of iron. An information provided in the Quran about rain is that it is sent down to earth in measured amounts.
This is mentioned in Surat Az-Zukhruf as follows.
It is He who sends down water in measured amounts from the sky, by which we bring a dead land back to life. That is how you too will be raised from the dead. This measured quantity in rain has again been discovered by modern research. It is estimated that in 1 second, approximately 16 million tons of water evaporates from the earth. This figure amounts to 505 trillion tons of water in 1 year. This number is equal to the amount of rain that falls on the earth in a year. Therefore, water continuously circulates in a balanced cycle according to a measure. Life on earth depends on this water cycle. Even if all the available technology in the world were to be employed for this purpose, this cycle could not be reproduced artificially. Even a minor deviation in this equilibrium would soon give rise to a major ecological imbalance that would bring about the end of life on Earth. Yet, it never happens, and rain continues to fall every year in exactly the same measure, just as revealed in the Quran. The proportion of rain does not merely apply to its quantity, but also to the speed of the falling raindrops. The speed of raindrops, regardless of their size, does not exceed a certain limit. Philipp Lenard, a German physicist who received the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1905, found that the fall speed increased with drop diameter until a size of 4.5 millimeters, or 0.18 inches. For larger drops, however, the fall speed did not increase beyond 8 meters per second, or 26 feet per second. He attributed this to the changes in drop shape caused by the airflow as the drop size increased. The change in shape thus increased the air resistance of the drop and slowed its fall rate. As can be seen, the Quran may also be drawing our attention to the subtle adjustment in rain, which could not have been known 1400 years ago. One of the properties of seas that was very recently discovered is related in a verse of the Quran as follows. He has let loose the two seas, converging together. With a barrier between them, they do not break through. This property of the seas, that converge together yet do not mingle with one another at all, has been very recently discovered by oceanographers. Because of a physical force called the surface tension, the waters of neighboring seas do not mix. Caused by the difference in the density of the seas, surface tension prevents the seas from mingling with one another, just as if a thin wall were between them. It is yet another scientific miracle of the Quran that during a period when people had no knowledge of physics, surface tension, or oceanography, this was revealed in the Quran. Until fairly recently, it was thought that a baby's sex was determined by the mother's cells, or it was believed that the baby's sex was determined by the male and female cells together. But we are given a different kind of information in the Quran, where it is stated that masculinity or femininity is created out of sperm poured forth into the womb. That he created in pairs, male and female, out of a drop of sperm, as it is poured forth. The improving disciplines of genetics and molecular biology have scientifically validated the accuracy of this information given by the Quran. It is now understood that sex is determined by sperm cells coming from the male, and that the female has no role in the process. Chromosomes are the main elements in determining sex. 2 of the 46 chromosomes that determine the structure of a human being are identified as the sex chromosomes.
These 2 chromosomes are called XY in males and XX in females, because the shapes of the chromosomes resemble these letters.
The Y chromosome carries the genes that code for masculinity, while the X chromosome carries the genes that code for femininity. Formation of a new human being begins with the cross-combination of one of these chromosomes, which exists in males and females in pairs. In females, both components of the sex cell, which divides into 2 during ovulation, carry X chromosomes. The sex cell of a male, on the other hand, produces 2 different kinds of sperm, one that contains X chromosome and the other that contains Y chromosomes. If an X chromosome from the female unites with a sperm that contains an X chromosome, then the baby is female. If it unites with a sperm that contains a Y chromosome, the baby is male. In other words, a baby's sex is determined by which chromosome from the male unites with the female's ovum. None of this was known until the discovery of genetics in the 20th century. Indeed, in many cultures, it was believed that a baby's sex was determined by the female's body. That was why women were blamed when they gave birth to girls. 13 centuries before human genes were discovered, the Quran, however, revealed information that denies this superstition and referred to the origin of sex being not with women, but with the semen coming from men. If we keep on examining the facts announced to us in the Quran about the formation of people, we again encounter some very important scientific miracles. When the sperm of the male unites with the ovum of the female, the essence of the baby to